got so much fucking design on right now.
Leeminho versus Songhyekyoedit, the legal battle over a secret endorsement deal. What if I told you that behind the glossy magazine covers, the red carpet smiles, and the millions of dollars in brand deals that make K-drama royalty sparkle, there was a contract so controversial, so secretive, that it could tear apart one of the most powerful celebrity alliances in Asia? What if I told you that Leeminho and Songhyekyo, two of Korea's most admired stars, are now locked in a quiet but deadly legal battle, not over love, but over money, betrayal, and a deal the world was never supposed to see? Because according to insider reports emerging from Seoul's legal circuit, a secret endorsement agreement has ignited a storm that could permanently fracture their professional relationship and expose the ruthless world of behind-the-scenes celebrity contracts. Hold on tight, K-drama family. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The whisper that started it all, it began innocently enough, or so it seemed. A luxury fashion house, rumored to be based in Paris, was preparing to launch its new global campaign for 2025. They wanted something no other brand had ever dared, to unite two of Asia's biggest icons in a single, cinematic ad. Leeminho and Songhyekyo, together. A dream pairing. A collision of elegance and charisma. The kind of partnership that would make headlines worldwide. The campaign was filmed secretly, under heavy confidentiality agreements. But then, something went wrong. Before the ad could even premiere, rumors began to swirl that one of them had signed an exclusive deal with a competing brand. And that, industry insiders now claim, is what set off a chain reaction of legal chaos. The secret deal that shook the industry. According to leaked legal documents, Leeminho's management team allegedly accused Songhyekyo of violating a non-compete clause by secretly negotiating with another luxury brand behind the scenes, just weeks before their joint campaign was set to go public. The documents reportedly mention breach of trust and damaged image value, with Leeminho's side demanding financial compensation for what they call contractual interference. But Songhyekyo's representatives have fired back, hard. Her legal team claims she was never informed of any exclusivity clause and that the alleged secret deal was part of a different project that had no overlap with Minho's contract. One insider close to her team told Seoul Star Daily, "This entire controversy was born from miscommunication and jealousy, not legal fact. Songhyekyo has done nothing wrong." But behind that polite denial, the tension was unmistakable. A partnership turned power struggle. To understand how this quiet feud turned explosive, we have to go back to the beginning of their professional connection. Leeminho and Songhyekyo first crossed paths during a global fashion week appearance last year in Milan. Their chemistry was undeniable, two of Korea's most magnetic faces sharing the same camera frame. Within days, hashtags like #MinhoHyeKyo and #VisualRoyalty were trending across social media. Fans begged for a project, brands competed for their joint image rights, and within weeks, the offers started pouring in. But insiders say that as the project grew, so did the competition, not just between brands, but between their teams. Songhyekyo's management allegedly demanded equal billing and pay parity, while Leeminho's agency pushed for exclusive first rights to global campaigns. The mood shifted. Negotiations stalled. And when one unnamed luxury brand allegedly made a private offer to Hye Kyo, the entire house of cards began to collapse. The meeting that changed everything. It was during a late-night meeting at a Seoul hotel where the partnership reportedly fell apart. Multiple sources confirmed that representatives from both sides met to renegotiate brand rights, but instead of resolution, they found confrontation. One witness described the scene as tense and emotional. It was supposed to be a formality, but Leeminho's manager came in angry, accusing Hye Kyo's team of hiding endorsement discussions. She sat there, calm at first, but then she broke. She said, "You think I need to hide anything from you? You don't own my name." That moment, they say, was the breaking point. Within a week, lawyers were called in. contracts were reviewed. And the partnership that once promised global stardom now stood on the brink of total collapse. Legal papers and whispers of betrayal on paper, the dispute is about contracts and clauses. But insiders believe something deeper is at play: ego, rivalry, and mistrust. Both stars are titans of Korean entertainment. Both are fiercely protective of their public image. And both, sources claim, felt betrayed by the other's silence. Leeminho's side insists they were blindsided by Songhyekyo's negotiations. Her team argues she was manipulated into a deal structure that limited her creative freedom and career options. "This isn't about money," said a source close to Hye Kyo's inner circle. "It's about control, who gets to dictate the narrative." And perhaps, that's the most revealing truth of all. The online explosion: as soon as reports of the legal feud broke, social media descended into chaos. Fans took sides. Clips of their past appearances together were dissected frame by frame. Some pointed to old interviews where Leeminho praised Songhyekyo's professional grace, claiming that something had clearly soured. Others dug up brand photos, claiming to spot subtle edits that removed one star or dimmed another's presence. A digital war was underway, and neither celebrity could stop it. Hashtags like #Minho vs Hye Kyo and #LuxuryScandal 2025 dominated Korean and international trending lists for 3 consecutive days. But amid the frenzy, both stars remained silent. Until one post changed everything. Songhyekyo's silent response: without a word, Songhyekyo uploaded a black and white photo of herself on Instagram. No caption. No tags. Just her, looking away from the camera, a faint trace of sadness in her expression. Within an hour, it had 2 million likes. And fans flooded the comments with messages like, "Stay strong, Queen. The truth will come out. You don't need to prove anything." Hours later, Leeminho's official page went dark, all recent brand-related posts mysteriously deleted. It wasn't confirmation. It wasn't denial. But it was enough to send the internet spiraling. The future of their reputations: legal experts in Seoul now say that this case, if it proceeds, could reshape how endorsement contracts are structured in the Korean entertainment industry. One analyst told Yonhap Media, "This isn't just about these 2 stars. It's about the way agencies and brands exploit exclusivity. It's about ownership, who truly controls an actor's public persona." If the courts side with Leeminho, it could strengthen the control agencies hold over brand partnerships. But if Songhyekyo wins, it could liberate stars from restrictive image clauses once and for all. Behind closed doors, despite the mounting tension, those close to both actors quietly insist that they hold mutual respect. They may be on opposite sides of a legal line, but they are not enemies. One insider whispered, "They built something together, even if it wasn't love, it was legacy. And no lawsuit can erase that." For now, the world watches, as 2 icons, once the embodiment of grace and glamour, are forced to fight not for fame, but for freedom. The evidence that stunned everyone: the proceedings began with the judge acknowledging the gravity of the case. Then, Leeminho's legal team took the floor. They were calm, meticulous, and ready. And then, in a move no one expected, they revealed a series of confidential email exchanges, allegedly between Songhyekyo's management team and executives from a rival luxury brand. The emails, dated 3 weeks before the campaign announcement, discussed payment terms, exclusivity clauses, and global rollout schedules. But one line, just one, sent a ripple through the courtroom. "We can proceed discreetly. The joint campaign won't launch for another month. We'll ensure Minho's name is not involved." The crowd gasped. Journalists began typing frantically. The implication was clear: Songhyekyo's team had allegedly struck a second deal behind closed doors, one that directly violated her prior agreement. Her lawyers immediately objected, claiming the emails were selectively edited and taken completely out of context. But the damage was already done. Leeminho's team had made their move. Songhyekyo's turn, and her shocking counter when it was her team's turn to respond, the tone shifted. Gone was the icy professionalism of lawyers. In its place, emotion. Her attorney rose, and without a word, played a short audio recording on the court's monitor. The voice was unmistakable. Leeminho's manager. If we push Hye Kyo's brand value down just enough, we can renegotiate her share and secure the next 2 campaigns exclusively for Minho. The optics will be rough, but he'll come out on top. The room fell silent. Even the judge leaned forward. Songhyekyo sat motionless, eyes fixed ahead, but those who saw her up close say her hands trembled. For the first time, the story had shifted. This wasn't just about brand contracts anymore. This was betrayal on both sides. The aftermath that night, both stars released short statements. Leeminho wrote, "I've learned that fame without truth means nothing." Songhyekyo wrote, "Sometimes, silence is the only way to survive." Their words echoed across social media, simple, poetic, and filled with the weight of everything unsaid. The court battle may continue, but the war between image and authenticity has already claimed its price. This was never just a scandal. It was a mirror, reflecting how easily truth can be bought, how quickly trust can shatter, and how even the brightest stars can lose their light when the cameras stop rolling.